Yemen, which was already one of the world's poorest countries even before the war broke out. Now, President Hadi moved the central bank from the capital Sanaa to Aden a few months ago because the Houthi rebels are in charge of the capital. The United Nations says this is making it so hard for wheat importers to borrow money that millions of people are being affected. Azhar Sukri has more.
This is Salem. These pictures, shot in September, showed the 5-year-old only just clinging to life in a hospital in Hadi on Yemen's west coast. The number of cases like his has steadily grown, all of them victims of Yemen's ongoing civil war. The conflict has obliterated Yemen's economy, which was fragile even in peacetime.
From the day I gave birth to my child till now, we are suffering from hunger and torture, and his condition is not stable. He got better for a short period of time and then he relapsed, and we don't have anyone and no one is standing with us. It's difficult.
The UN says that even before Saudi-led airstrikes against Houthi-led rebels began in March 2015, Yemen imported around 90% of its food and 95% of its wheat. By the time President Abdrabbuh Mansour Hadi decided to move the central bank out of the rebel-held capital Sanaa to Aden, the Houthis had already drained most of its foreign currency reserves. According to the UN, they fell from $4 billion in November 2014 to about $1.3 billion today. And that has now made it almost impossible for importers who borrow in foreign currencies to buy staple commodities like wheat on international markets.
The 4 major importers of wheat flour or wheat into this country have informed the authorities that as of January they'll be no longer able to fulfil the obligations they made because of the difficulties in being able to import goods. We know that it's very difficult for these importers to get lines of credit on the open market, and because of the central bank is no longer here in Sanaa, it makes it more difficult as well.
The UN says there are more than 14 million Yemenis who don't have adequate access to food, a category it defines as being food insecure. It says another 7 million don't know where their next meal will come from. And British charity Oxfam says that by October of this year, Yemen was able to import only 40% of its food needs. It estimates that by April, it will not be able to import any. With no sign of the violence abating, aid agencies fear scenes like these will become even more common. Azhar Sukri, TRT World.